Before everything, as Bill Russell once said, the best two words in sports, especially in basketball, are Game 7. The last time there was a Game 7 was in 2016. You know who competed then. That was a historic moment. And a potentially historic moment is also present in the series between the Pacers and Thunder. If OKC wins, it will be historic for them because they have never won a championship in their franchise. But they are still the Sonics. It looks like Seattle will really return with SGA as the leading scorer, MVP, and Finals MVP. If the Pacers win, it will be their first championship in their franchise, and they will also be the third team from the ABA to win a championship, becoming the lowest seed to win after the Houston Rockets in the last 5 Game 7s that occurred in the finals, with low-scoring games where 3 out of 5 were won by underdog teams. It will be the second Game 7 for OKC in these playoffs. The last team to win in a Game 7 in the finals was the Cavaliers. They were also the last team to win on the road. Since 1978, the opponents then were the Washington Bullets and the Seattle Supersonics, which is still the team or franchise of OKC. In road games during these playoffs, the Pacers have a record of 7-4, while the Thunder have a record of 10-2 on their home court. Because of this, OKC is favored to win the series against the Pacers in Game 7. They are still favored, which explains the significant gap between the Thunder and Indiana throughout the series. In fact, throughout the playoffs, they have usually been in the lead. Pascal Siakam was accused of using black magic in Game 6. Did Siakam's eyes really bulge? I just saw the eyes bulging like in others in PH of BBC. According to Siakam, he was trying to close his eyes as that's how he sleeps. He said that if he was indeed possessed by a magical spirit, he should have scored 30 points and snatched the Finals MVP from Halliburton again. As Game 7 approaches, I'll ensure to include both. Times 3.77 for Indiana against times 1.4 for Thunder. The home court of OKC is just like the West semis. In Game 6, Siakam had 16 points and 13 rebounds. Halliburton, although injured, played limited minutes, scoring 14 points and 5 assists while going 3 out of 7 in the three-point area. The leading scorer there was Ovi Toppin with 20 points. The game changer was TJ McConnell with 12 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals. Tyrese Halliburton still has a calf strain injury. For Game 7, he is not listed as questionable or a game-time decision. He will play straight away. Halliburton still averages 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal in the finals with 44 and 31% shooting. SGA scored 21 points with 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 8 turnovers. I don't know who he's following. Is it LeBron or Jordan? Online, if SGA is below 10 free throws in Game 7 times 2.4. Because in the finals, if SGA is below 10 free throws, the Thunder loses. Game 1.3 and 6. Without Joe, SGA really took on the role of a free throw merchant. It's almost similar to the West semis, just reversed for him in Game 6 and Game 7. If SGA has less than 10 free throws, OKC loses. It's like he knows what's needed there. If Pascal Siakam calls on a magical spirit, SGA needs to call on a magical referee. The Pacers fans are already sensing who will be the referee in Game 7. Based on the rotation of the officials assigned by the NBA, Scott Foster has a high chance of being the referee for Game 7. The NBA listens to the fans. It's good for them, but when will they do it here? So the NBA could change that rotation to avoid criticism. The NBA does not announce the referees for the game until 8 a.m. U.S. time on June 21st. In Game 4, Scott Foster became the official. So based on the rotation, some Pacers fans are getting nervous because there's a high chance that Scott Foster will be one of the officials or crew chief, especially since Coach Rick Carley indirectly called out Scott Foster before. Scott Foster has a reputation, but when he officiated Game 4 in the last 2 minutes, all his calls were correct. Or he's known for being a correct no-call extender. But there won't be a Game 8, just Game 7. So Siakam needs to repeat calling on the evil spirits in Game 7 because the opponent is quite formidable.